Here's a quick video of MaxLabsky, our pet dog. He is 12 months old and a mix of a Siberian Retriever. Well, it's not as many names, but mix of Siberian Husky and Labrador Retriever. Both working class dogs, so they'll be happy to help out in walks, carrying their own gear like water and leashes and toys and things. So you can see here he has his saddlebags, which he is comfortable carrying, and he's easily active. He's 12 months old at the moment and weighs about 27 kg, so that gives you an idea of how big he will get as he grows, and he should maintain this weight throughout, as we got a healthy diet on him. So here we've carried things like the empty bottles at the moment just to get him used to it, but 2 Volvic water bottles, that's a litre on one side and litre on the other side, a little carry pouch, and a drinks bowl. He likes his walks, and he has got his husky side in him, so you need to keep an eye on him off leash. You want to make sure he's trained with recall and he comes back to you. If he sees distractions like cats or other dogs, then it can get more excited, but if you have good maintenance of basic training, then you should be good with recalls and getting him to come back to you. Just takes a bit of time and practice. These are all recent videos we've put together of him, and it gives you an idea of how big he will look, how he acts, his demeanor. He's very friendly. He's got the Labrador Retriever side in him, and because he's got the Husky side, he's also inquisitive. So he will be very active. You want to get him on regular walks, and he's a good family dog. He does well with children if he's been raised with children. He is boisterous, so if you have smaller kids, you want to make sure he doesn't jump about and hurt them or make them fall over just because he's playing rough. You can see here he's got a few Instagram clips where he basically, kids put a hat on him and he kind of complies, and he's happy to play along. And yeah, this gives you an idea of what you will get with the Labsky Siberian Retriever, and they're very affectionate. They want their love, and as soon as they eat their food, they'll pop over to you to make sure that you've given them that extra reassurance. They keep an eye out, very well active, so they can keep eye out and any noise. You want to keep maintenance on top of maintenance, so things like keeping their nails trimmed, giving them regular brushing, grooming, because they have double coats. They got shedding, so they will shed twice a year, so you want to make sure you give them a brush at least twice or once a week to keep that hair growth nice and silky. Here's his first snow day, and he was interested. He did come out. He likes going out in the rain, so that's good. He goes for his walks, but he did find it a bit interesting to see how things are going. Here's a bit smaller here. He's more like 9 months here, so it's slightly smaller in size. But again, you can see he has his garage, and he looks after that garage like it's his den. So here's again in the park. He likes to do active exercise, so goes up and down on the benches and keeps an eye out. And sniffy, yeah, long leash here. So this is earlier on as well. This is probably at 9 months as well, where we were getting him off leash training, but we had him on a long line and working on recall. And yep, beautiful dogs. If you're thinking about getting him, just keep an eye on the regular things. You want a healthy, nice pup. Keep the feeding at the correct amount, because the Labrador Retriever side in him, he'll want to eat everything. So just make sure the portions are right. Keep on top of the grooming, and you will have a lovely dog. And they do have like a life expectancy between 10 and 13 years, because they're a mix of 2 different dogs, but that all depends on the dog and how it's looked after. He does well with other dogs, but you have to be careful with smaller dogs like this little Mali puppy. As long as they're introduced nicely and he understands that he can't be too boisterous, then they will be fine. He likes to explore in the wild, and we take him out on a few walks in wasteland, and he loves birds. So this is an idea of Husky. Lab